The internet is telling this woman to divorce her husband after a video of her having to cook, clean, and take care of the child at once while he sits on the couch goes viral.
Can I be real with you guys? This pisses me off. The whole concept of it. And for this video, I'm not going to make a bunch of disclaimers to cater to the people who will feel offended by it. I talk all the time about the importance of home care and parenting, but I am sick of this partner shaming shit. To clip 1 hour out of the day and make a spectacle of it like this is as ridiculous as if a man who wakes up an hour earlier than his wife and goes to work, and then he decides to make a video about how unfair his whole life is that he's at work while she gets to sleep in for an extra hour. And you better believe that the internet would never put the wife on blast for that and start telling the guy that he needs to divorce Sleeping Beauty for being a lazy and unappreciative cow. There is absolutely a double standard here, but I want to speak on the consequences of it. I'm not sure y'all comprehend how insidious the power of suggestion and propaganda really is. If you tell someone they are something enough times and play to their ego and play to their wounds so they can continue to confirm their biases in their environment, they will begin to believe it, whether it is reality or not, even if it is absolutely wrong and harmful, even to the point of inciting horrific violence and hate. Are you tracking with me right now? Let's play this out. So in the West, let's say we live in a society that tells women how oppressed they are 24/7 and how misogynistic and patriarchal every single thing in their lives is. And any woman who buys into that narrative too deeply, every single moment of her life and every single thing she does, every dish she cleans, every sock she picks up will fuel this fire. She will be looking for any and every excuse to confirm her bias, rendering her completely incapable of healthy relationship. It's no different than if a man buys the idea that all women are gold diggers and only care about money. Do you think such a man will ever be capable of having a healthy financial relationship with a woman? Absolutely not. And any time that he spends a dime on a woman, he will subconsciously confirm and feed his internal belief and will only fuel his resentment, and he will only be able to see women as objects to be bought and sold. So please step back and have a look at the big picture, because maybe there is something to be argued there. I imagine that that woman and any other woman who is finding themselves relating to the video are 100% feeling validated by thousands upon thousands of people about their absolute injustice and victimhood. All of the comments telling her that she needs to divorce her husband. At this point, in order to stay in this relationship, she's going to have to swim upstream against the court of public opinion, which would fold most people immediately. Think about it. If she leaves, her future content will be praised by the public as that of an empowered woman who doesn't put up with the bare minimum. But if she stays, her future content will be that of an abused woman with a man-child for a husband. I surmise that right now she is spending her days confirming her bias and building further resentment against her husband, keeping score of every little thing that she does and holding it against everything she sees him not do. She will fixate on all the negatives and will be blind to appreciating any of the positives, while the word divorce and the statement, "you'll be happier single," plays over and over and over in her mind. If you get to this point in a relationship, it is going to be like being hooked up to an IV drip of poison. My controversial question to you, though, is do you think what is happening here may have anything to do with the 80% of divorces being initiated by women today, jumping to 90% if they are college educated? As we all know, the education system is definitely leaning towards the feminist narrative. And with those divorce statistics, can you blame men for wanting to cancel marriage altogether or require prenups as a standard? Because I don't. You know what? I just hope she doesn't end up like this woman who publicly posted about leaving her family with a big smile on her face, talking about how women are so suppressed and oppressed in marriages and how she's going to document this adventure of finding herself. And then less than 2 years later, she started posting super emotionally about how she's tired of the dating scene and how upset she is that her ex started moving on and she just wishes she had her family back.
We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife. You may have a marriage that's good, but you're still unhappy and you're still miserable. I felt so excited for the first time in years. Just like a weight had been lifted off me. And I feel amazing. So it's been a couple of weeks. I've been moving, and now I'm finally all settled in to my new apartment. I'll do a little tour tomorrow, but it's just a short hello, and my very handsome boyfriend is making me dinner. So the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. You know, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. I was in shock, and now it's coming like into reality, and I don't know. I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this. I just don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things. My family isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together.
And as much as the dark side of me wants to say that she deserves it, it is also so heartbreaking to see lives fall apart when reality hits too late for people who were blinded by the bullshit that they were sold and decided to drink the Kool-Aid.